Sounds fairly reasonable.
Yeah, no, it worked. So now we're live, but there was an error and it occurred. I
Okay.
waited a minute. I waited a moment.
You waited, Marin.
Amir.
Well, I believe a moment is defined as somewhere around 45 seconds.
Oh,
I mean, you could ask the internet and check me on that, but I think that's a moment. It's like 45 seconds.
I mean, I feel like a moment of silence is like a minute, is a Marin.
all right. Well, let's
Always feels too long.
get this party started here, Mike.
Yeah, we've wasted mirrors on this on this conversation already. All right, here we go, folks. This week, or shall I say, this mirror on the Media Virus podcast, a Delco woman teaches us how to shit on our haters. Maddie shares his ideas for a perfect Mother's Day, and apparently Diddy has just been ripping off Smokey Robinson the whole time.
Shut up and sit down.
It's the Media Virus Podcast. Now here's your infection team.
Hot damn, do we have a show for you people this week. I am Matty Rockdeff, the Mattiest of all Rockdeffs, and proof positive that anyone can have podcasts. Speaking of, well, you know what? Not for nothing, there would be no podcast if it wasn't for the next two people. First of all, the Reverend and Professor, our executive producer, the Reverend and Professor Mike Litoris,
Hello.
and my beautiful wife, Ricky Rockdeff.
Whoa.
Well, what?
Why does he have so many job titles and mine is just wife? Is this a you are now man and wife situation?
Well, you see, Mike does a lot of producing on the show. He does a lot of
This episode of the Media. Sorry, I forgot I can't. I forgot to shut this off. I was going to go to the spot in that where it actually gives you credit.
Oh, cool.
Well, my point was going to be is that Mike does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I give you all the good stories
on the show. You do. You give us a lot. You give us fantastic stories.
All of the good ones,
right? But you wouldn't be like you wouldn't have sought this program out to join.
Sure wouldn't.
And the stories that you give us are headlines, and pictures of headlines, which we appreciate, and I work towards to all that.
I'm gonna need everybody who listens to this show to leave a comment on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Music or on iHeart or on Facebook or on YouTube. Like the good stories are the ones that I'm giving, and you know that they're good.
They are good, absolutely, and we are right now streaming live streaming from our own little twisted corner of the internet where the headlines are twisted, especially the ones provided by Ricky. The jokes are questionable, and the hosts are definitely not qualified. This is the show where no topic is off limits, no punchline is too inappropriate, and no one leaves without learning, or at least catching a little something. Whether you're here for the chaos, the comedy, or just because your life has taken a dark turn. Welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh as the world is burning around us. So one thing I wanted to get your take on, Ricky, as the resident, like you represent women, all women on the show.
Oh, yikes.
The internet is ablaze with this question. Could 100 men defeat a gorilla?
No.
Well, I mean, considering that gorillas were on the brink of extinction and mankind has infested all of habitable climates of the world and hunted gorillas for fun, I would say that 100 men could likely defeat a gorilla, just given the sheer numbers and the ability to work together. Now, if you want to, as most people do, they want to take away modern weapons, and you can take away all black powder weapons if you want. You have your hand up, or
Yeah, my elbow hurts.
oh, I didn't know if you were raising your hand.
No,
You
I have
a question.
tennis elbow.
As I pontificate, if you have a question, you don't have to raise your hand.
F, we've got a question.
Here's the thing. I'm picturing the bestie silverback daddy ass gorilla against 100 fucking bros.
Well,
you know what
how
I mean?
about this?
Like a bunch of like lacrosse playing fucking.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Loses.
You give 100 lacrosse bows. They'll kick that gorilla's ass. I mean, you're going to take on mass casualty. You're like. Here's the thing. That gorilla has to be threatening those men's family for this to work. Because once the first guy gets his head ripped off, everyone else is going to kind of try to get out. You know what I mean? But if the only thing, what's that?
Fuck it, the gorilla wins.
Yeah,
literally, that's what I'm picturing. Like a bunch of bros who are used to like doing weird stuff.
Now I want you to envision. Now I want you to think about the only thing standing between this gorilla and these men's families are them. That gives them reason to fight. That gives them the, you know, if I die here, it's for a cause.
I don't know if men think like that though.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, no, I can't die
do.
because my wife is gonna have to do less dishes without me. I don't know.
No, it's
no. Like if there were,
don't get me wrong. It is noble to an extent, but it's more toxic than that for us because when we dwell on it, it becomes about us rather than about.
Right. I would rather die in glory.
Right.
It's about me dying in glory, not as much. The protecting you is what brings me glory, but it's me dying in glory. That, like, because
terrible.
Right. And the survivors are going to tell your story.
Their feelings.
But here's the point. Now, if you want to take away modern weapons from the gorilla or from the people, I get it. We don't need modern weapons, but we're not fighting in a void.
I don't think the gorilla should have modern weapons either.
No, you're right. There's the gorilla should not have access to the Patriot missile system. You're absolutely correct.
I think we banned
Mighty Joe Young against 100 men.
Well, then I want weapons. Then I want
Charlize Theron.
No, if it's like Mighty Joe Young against I want military grade weapons. But we're talking about a life size, like a regular
Reggie Deggy
gorilla, right? You're not fighting in a void.
Yeah, like a 400 or 500 pound dude.
Right, but I mean, dude, it's not a 4 or 5. Yeah, you fight a 4 or 500 pound dude, you can make him tired real quick. All you gotta do is run around.
You know what's funny about this story?
No. That's what gorillas weigh.
No, I know, but
I feel like they weigh more than that.
No, they weigh about 500 pounds.
It's solid muscle. It's
not.
They're not dragging a fat ass around.
So listen, I don't know much about the internet talking about this. I saw one single video of two gorillas fighting, and the caption said, "I'm gonna leave this here so everybody is reminded what gorillas can do to another gorilla, let alone 100 men." And I was like, "That's a weird thing to say. Weird." And then so when you just said like this story, I was like, "Oh, that's what he meant. My bad."
Yeah, well, I've been seeing it everywhere because I'm a dude, and that's the type of
that does not come across.
Have you ever seen the one that says ask your man how many times a day he thinks about the Roman Empire? You've seen that one, right?
Oh, that was like a summer ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of thing. Like once it's injected, and so I solved this problem is because I went to Perplexity, and I had to do deep research, and basically based on
like the dark web.
No, Perplexity. It's an AI search. It's an AI search.
Cool.
Bot. And it said the 100 men would suffer many casualties.
That
right? That's reasonable, right? I'm willing to spare 100 men that aren't me to save me from a gorilla.
Oh, send Pete.
Yeah, we got 100 Pete's. No, but I mean, okay, it's because you're not just 100 men. Okay, you're thinking about we need at least 15 or 16 like the Rocks.
Deities.
You know what I mean?
Randy Orton's.
Yeah.
Muscle Man Randy Savage.
Yeah,
Negro icon Cody Rhodes.
We need to index very high in guys that are both relatively intelligent.
Yes.
And the kind of big that usually goes with big and dumb.
Right, but we need big dumb dudes too.
Right, but
you know
the muscle.
We need to over-index in the smart guys that are that big.
Right.
Because somebody's got to run the dumb guys.
Oh, yeah. Totally, yeah.
Yeah, you got.
But the dumb guys probably think that they're alpha.
Well, right. I'm not running all the way up to where the dumb guys are fighting to tell them what to do. So you need a big smart guy to run up there and tell them what to do.
So basically, Perplexity said, even though the gorilla is capable of lifting over 1,800 pounds, the bite force of 13,000 pounds psi, they're not invincible. Humans have historically dominated through ingenuity, not raw strength, even unarmed. And we don't need to be armed. We need a rope, a rock. We're not fighting in a void. The environment's there for us to use. So I do believe 100 men could
be resourceful enough to take down
to defeat a gorilla.
Yeah,
we don't even need to kill it. That's how good we are. I guarantee we could knock that thing unconscious.
Cool.
There you go. So what's in the news, Mike?
Well, it's funny you've asked.
Yeah.
It's cops, crooks, and crappery. A messy roundup, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
This is TMVP News. I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, sliding into your ear holes with the news you never asked for but totally deserve. Let's get our hands dirty, shall we? We begin in Wilmington, where a discount detective tried to run his own private law enforcement agency out of other people's houses. Yes, a man posing as a cop broke into a home, gun in hand, and acted out his best Wish.com police drama before getting himself cuffed.
Did you hear about this?
No.
It was in Wilmington.
Wow.
Guy pretended to be a cop.
Yeah.
And then
Who the fuck would want to be a cop?
Made his way. Well, this is the thing. It's not that he pretended to be a cop. Well, that's not the problem I have with this story. I'm going to show you this story and go, they believed that dude was a cop. They're like, yeah.
He looks like a fucking brat.
Dude, he looks like he looks like an addict. And you don't see a lot of cops with dreadlocks. Not many.
Or like
maybe a couple of guys on the on Vice.
Maybe.
So why did he pretend to be a cop?
To get into their house.
Why did he want to get into their house?
Cops say the suspect had all the gear but none of the idea. He was sporting body armor, a fake badge, and I assume the fragile masculinity required for such cosplay. Honestly, if you're going to play make-believe, at least get paid like a stripper.
In the original article, there's no motivation to his crime.
Huh.
Boring.
I know, but you know who doesn't? Who really, Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Meanwhile, over in sunny L.A., where dreams go to die and sometimes get a second chance, a jailbird had a brush with freedom and the Grim Reaper. Deputies at L.A. County Jail pulled off a rare good deed, rescuing an inmate who had apparently decided hanging out was the way to spend the afternoon, literally. No word on whether the inmate survived out of gratitude or sheer pettiness. I'm just impressed the guards noticed something other than their lunch break.
He's buck-ass naked. He's stuck on top of like an air conditioning unit, steel cage. That's what it looks like. It looks like something you would slide an air conditioning unit into.
It's like a ventilation thing.
Yeah. And he's stuck.
Is he stuck by his skin?
He's stuck by something.
Stupid.
The razor wire is right above him.
Right up his ass. That is
this in California?
in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this week's holiday?
Holiday?
Yeah, it's like the whole week.
What's that?
It's from 5/5 to 5/9. It's Short Kings Week.
Oh, really?
So, happy Short Kings Week to everybody who celebrates.
I wouldn't know.
I feel attacked.
That was my funny joke.
That was the funny joke you had loaded?
Yeah.
But it really is Short Kings Week though?
I mean, the date 5/5.
Oh, 5/5 to 5/9.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I only said that because Mike's here.
Okay.
And that's why I feel attacked.
Did you make that joke up?
No, I saw it on the internet.
Oh. All right.
Well, finally, we skid into the main event, Pennsylvania, where things have really gone down the toilet. A woman allegedly fueled by road rage and
Taco
what
Bell.
I can only assume was a regrettable Taco Bell run, straight up dropped a deuce on someone's car during a traffic dispute. That's right, folks. She let her freak flag and her feces fly in the middle of Delco.
I can't turn it down. I can't control the volume. I'm sorry.
That's funny here.
The victim said she was stunned, while his car was just
Yeah, the bitch just shit on her car.
Oh, that's somebody else's. You can barely see it, but you can see the aftermath.
Yeah, that was a wet poop.
Yeah, she left a mud bath.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
She asked her not to attack her.
She chased you?
She asked her.
Sickness. You said
Not I
she
have a
chased you?
sickness.
Yes,
I hope she wiped.
IBS.
and I got out and begged her to stop.
Listen to her side of the story.
You hear somebody in the back? You got nothing better to do?
That
Listen to her
accent.
side of the story. Prospect police emphasized that the seriousness of the incident, stating, "It can't happen in this community. The recognition a town gets over this kind of thing is really unwelcome." No. Come on.
Prospect Park. I drive through Prospect Park every single day.
Yeah. And dude, let me tell you something. Because I've driven through Prospect Park, I can absolutely believe that someone went and took a shit on somebody else's car.
Doesn't surprise me a bit.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
But like the people, like
What-
they're probably from like Essington. Like they came over the bridge. The people of Prospect Park are wonderful, but it's the people that come from the island.
Salametto faces charges of indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, harassment, and depositing waste on a highway.
Oh my God.
She posted $1,000 cash bail with her next court appearance on May 19th at 9 a.m. So let's all get out there and support Mrs. Salametto.
Oh yeah, May 19th.
Am I missing the point of this?
You want to go down to media and
Kinda.
courthouse?
I don't mind. May 19th, that was my prom freshman year, 2005.
Oh my God, babe.
I mean, junior year, 2005.
I was going to say it's weird for a freshman to go to a prom, but I know
No.
that you were.
I meant like the first prom.
Oh.
Like my first prom was junior year.
Got it. Well, getting in to,
So gross. Pooping on a car.
yeah.
Like, I just want, like, did she like squat? Did she just stand there? Like, did she get it on
She
her?
put her ass right up on the grill and shit on the hood.
That's wild.
It
You want
is.
to watch? You want to watch this video again?
I don't want to watch this video again. I can't.
Okay.
There's another version.
I
of
thought
it.
there was another version of it where it was like the person in the car.
I mean, I'm not really interested in.
But here's the
Oh, there's like
photo.
a picture there on the left. There's two
Yeah.
photos. I mean, that's not my. I'm not yucking anyone's yum, but I don't want to watch a woman poop.
Oh, I don't want to watch a woman's poop.
Not really, no.
But
I don't want to watch anyone poop.
No.
Just to make my kink very clear.
Yeah,
it's not watching
It's
people
not
poop.
about poop.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
that's good. I'm glad to hear that. But
Yeah, no cups here.
you know, this Sunday coming up, everybody might know, is Mother's Day, and you know, it's Maddie's Mother's Day gift guide, gifts to show how much you really do care.
What are you, Kathy Romano?
Well, given my extensive experience with Mother's Day, from being born near Mother's Day to having that day steal the focus from my birthday every year, and then the extensive list of baby mamas that I both directly and both indirectly created, has made me quite the thoughtful, gift giver.
That's never happened before.
Mother's Day is the perfect opportunity to show your mom just how much you appreciate her. Forget the cliches. Here's a list of unique gift ideas that will surely make her day.
I can see the first
unforgettable.
one, and I am already mad.
Before we get into your list, can I ask a wee question?
Sure.
You said that you were indirectly responsible for creating life.
Yes.
What?
I had a son.
Right.
That son made a baby mama.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm with you.
Get it?
Gotcha.
Okay.
I
didn't catch that either. I was like, is this because you don't like one of them? Like, I
didn't know if you were like a jism ventriloquist.
No, it's a
land where you want them or what?
I'm indirectly responsible. Right. But you can almost never go wrong with fitness equipment.
Almost.
Show mom you care about her health and your dad's experience by gifting her that state-of-the-art treadmill or set of dumbbells. She'll appreciate the motivation to lose those saddlebags.
Or dumbbells.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
But the dumbbells are fine too.
Mm-hmm. Anti-aging creams.
Oh, goodness.
Nothing says I love you like a premium wrinkle cream. It's a gentle reminder that she's timeless in your eyes, but everybody else still has eyes. A new pet.
It's rough.
A new pet. Surprise mom with a cuddly little kitten or playful puppy. Nothing will remind her of the joys of having small children like a baby animal. It's a gift that keeps on giving. Companionship, joy, and then the inevitable heartbreak of their impending death with a decade and a half of burdensome responsibilities in between.
Yeah, that's not entirely fair, Matt. It could also cause anxiety for an elderly mother, as she's faced with the possibility that she's going to die before that pet and leave it behind. I mean, what could be more soul crushing than that?
Me explaining that I'm not going to take care of the pet after could be more.
You could probably put a cherry on that, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another good idea, if like none of those things wet your whistle, try high-end cleaning gadgets. Look around the house. It was never like that when you lived there. Upgrade her cleaning routine with the latest vacuum cleaner or robotic mop. She'll marvel at the efficiency and think of you every time she uses it. But you're thinking to yourself, my mom can't even use her phone. How's she going to use a fancy new Roomba? Boom. Perfect. Because now you can go ahead and go one of two ways. Get her the Roomba, watch her struggle, and then get her a bucket and mop as an apology gift. Or, if you can't afford a new Roomba, start with a $30 shop vac from Harbor Freight. Either way, you're getting your point across.
So rude. These are awful. These are worse than your regular gifts.
I put a lot of thought into these. Luxury bath sets.
Oh, cool.
Those are fantastic. Indulge her senses and spare everyone else's with a basket of aromatic bath salts and lotions. It's like gifting her a spa experience at home, but she has to do it all herself and then clean up. She will remember you every time she looks at it for many years, and eventually throw it away because of the weird crust that's developed on the exposed soap. Kitchen appliances. There's no better way to tell your mom you love her than a kitchen appliance. A new blender or air fryer can inspire culinary creativity or even improve mediocre cooking skills. A new toy for her to burn your food in might be the perfect thing to get her off her ass and into the kitchen.
Oh my God.
Dude.
What?
Why is this so mean?
These are fantastic gifts. How about potpourri?
That's how you know you're 100 years old.
Yeah, you can fill her home with delightful fragrances through a curated potpourri set. God knows it's got to be better than the smell that's there now. It's the gift of ambience and relaxation. Maybe if she didn't relax so much, the house wouldn't smell like that.
Jesus.
What? Self-improvement books. Encourage her personal growth with the latest bestsellers on mindfulness and productivity. It's the gift of knowledge and a gentle way to point out her many character flaws. Moms love constructive criticism. Remember she told you how good constructive criticism was? Designer perfume. That always, women love perfume. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if she refuses to use those bath sets and still smells like that, elevate her scent game with a bottle of exclusive perfumes. She'll feel cherished and elegant.
That's the only good one.
What about vintage-inspired attire? Gift her a chic muumuu, a floral bathrobe, or even a stylish bath cap. It's a blend of comfort and retro fashion. Something that reminds her of her mother, so she can realize how similar they are.
Wow.
What? No good? Cash, it's easy. It's a good way to show your mom that you've put as much thought into this gift as she put into your 11th birthday. Sometimes the best gift is the freedom to choose. A monetary gift shows trust in her taste. Don't sully the gift with a card or even an envelope. Let her know that she earned every penny by just pulling the cash out of your wallet and throwing at her as you storm out yelling, "See you next Tuesday, Mom." Or maybe you don't do cash anymore. Let her choose her own gift with a generous gift card. Thoughtful and convenient. Struggling to decide what type of gift card to get her?
Oh, God.
That's easy. She's your mom, right? She's going to like the same stuff you do. Just get her something that you like. But then if she doesn't like it, take it back and get offended. And then, the 13th tip, because it's 13 tips. The 13th tip here
Why wouldn't it be?
is shared experiences. Gift giving doesn't have to be a sacrifice. You can plan an activity you both enjoy, like going to the gun range or a NASCAR race. It's quality time together, somewhere that's louder than her constant nagging.
It's like you develop this in therapy.
Yeah, those are my 13 tips to give your mother the day she deserves. Remember, the best gifts come from the heart, but they sell cards at the dollar store.
It's like a passive-aggressive journal entry. Turned radio copy about Mother's Day.
Well, I'm trying to help people thinking, trying to find gifts.
Sure.
For their mother. I'm sure it's, you know what I mean?
I guess.
So
don't get me any of those things except for maybe the designer perfume.
Well, I got you the designer perfume for Christmas already.
I love perfume.
You do. So
I just want to say hey to the 2 people that are on YouTube that keep popping in and out. I see you, YouTubers.
In my head, it's somebody in my family. The first time they ever decided to tune into my
it's
show.
Donna at the hospital.
And I'm sitting there just fucking.
She's in your dad's room playing it.
Right.
Just called the whole marketing staff in. Oh, he's about to start.
Could you imagine?
Right. I also think that maybe it's one of my family members because a couple of them started following you.
Well, that's their fault. That's not my fault.
I just feel like it's Aisha's mom.
Well, welcome in if you're here. And we've got one more news segment to get into. Mike, why don't you go ahead and kick us off there?
This is TMVP News. I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, your favorite bar-certified mess maker, bringing you the latest in high-profile dumpster fires. Let's take a quick jog through the Diddy legal fiasco, where the only thing messier than his alleged rap sheet is his wardrobe. First up, Diddy, whose, let's call it colorful personal life is now being defended by a new lawyer who's been through the ringer herself. The attorney survived a sexual assault back in 2001 and now finds herself defending a man accused of the very same. Look, I'm no legal expert, but this feels like trauma bonding with billable hours. You gotta hand it to Diddy, though. He really knows how to pick them. Survivors, stylists, and enablers. Oh, my.
That's nothing but a ploy. It's nothing but like he's like the conversation went something like, "Can't we find a lawyer that has been sexually assaulted to defend me?"
Yep.
And somebody went, "Yeah, we could find somebody. Something can happen."
Good idea.
Terrible,
right?
I feel so bad for her that her life has come to this.
Right? She's got to defend Diddy in court.
Apparently, she's okay with it.
Apparently, she is. As long, hey, Diddy's got
blackmail is blackmail, girl.
Money. Hey, money spends
money.
no matter where it's from. But
blood money works just as well as regular money.
That's right.
It's still green when you wash it off.
So what about Smokey Robinson?
Well, speaking of picking them, Smokey Robinson, America's smooth operator in chief, is now the target of a sexual battery lawsuit from his former housekeepers. That's right.
Like
Smokey,
4 of them.
Yeah.
Smokey's getting cleaned out in more ways than one. According to the suit, the only thing dustier than his Grammy shelf was his consent practices. This is why
it's such a stupid fucking line.
This is why you don't
got pregnant.
This is why you don't mix R&B with HR.
Hey-o. 4 of them, who say they overlapped while working for Smokey and Francis, claim that they were assaulted multiple times, with the first alleged incident occurring in 2007.
Oh my God, it's like recent.
Like Smokey was old in 2007.
Right? At least like 60.
How old is Smokey now?
He's, I believe he's in his 80s.
How old is Smokey Robinson?
Smokey Robinson is 85 years old.
He's 85 years old. And 2007 was, so he was like in his 60s.
Almost
right.
20 years ago.
Right. Damn. They couldn't fight him off? He was old.
Stop.
What?
A man in power, your boss.
He's a pretty spry 85-year-old. I have to imagine he was fairly spry at 67.
Well, meanwhile, back to Diddy's 3-ring circus, court circus in New York City. We're on day 2 of jury selection, and apparently the real fashion show is happening in the courtroom. Diddy's legal defense team showed up dressed like they were auditioning for The Devil Wears Prada, Federal Indictment Edition. One reporter called it polished and powerful. I call it distract and deflect culture. If you can't win hearts and minds, at least win best dressed defendant. Hashtag runaway to cell block.
Was I supposed to read this?
No.
Oh.
I just... That's just as I started reading, that's what started coming out.
That's what spoke to you.
Hashtag fashion felonies.
I just feel like it's New York City. Like, what did you expect? Like, yes, people wear expensive, nice clothes. Like, this isn't Mississippi. You know what I mean? Like, we're not like in the middle of freaking Arkansas going to court looking like freaking, what's that Canadian show? Schitt's Creek. Like, it's not like it doesn't look out of place in New York for them to be dressed well.
No, it's what is expected.
Right. And so why is this reporter like, oh my God, everybody
looks so handsome.
Oh my God, everybody looks exactly like New York.
Because they needed to write something because they're employed by TMZ. That's why. Because this person is because all these stories come from TMZ. So this person is employed by TMZ, has to write something. Nothing interested happened today. They were all dressed pretty nice. Right?
I just feel like you're never level-headed with like a reasonable answer, and so why are you starting now? For what? For what?
That was literally me being mocking, but telling the truth. Like, I understand. You don't have to make fun of me all the time. Okay. There's no quota in your contract that says you have to mock me 7 times a show.
There's not. Let me call my lawyer.
She's going to renegotiate her contract now.
Yeah,
Did
she's at
you
Louis
use the
Vuitton right
standard
now.
for better for worse?
I wanted to keep in the vows to love, honor, and obey.
You don't obey shit. So for what?
Obey. No, I just wanted it for you.
I suppose it for you. See how I always win. He talks shit. That's my only fucking line of defense is to mock him, and did it
But
not
that's
win?
all she does. That's what she does.
And I
That's
won.
You didn't win.
Roll the tape.
There's no tape.
And let's not forget the potential jurors themselves. One brave soul flat out said that Diddy could probably buy his way out of whatever mess he's in. Gotta love that Big Apple honesty. Honestly, I think that should qualify you for the jury, not get you dismissed.
Good for them.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, listen, yeah, in a different time period, he 100% could have bought his way. It wouldn't have even got this much like light if this was so many years ago.
Mhm.
But women are standing up for themselves.
Right. He kept his secrets way too long.
Way too long.
If this had came out 10 years ago, scot-free.
Literally, we'd still all be like the same way we're still listening to Chris Brown and freaking R. Kelly, and they're both fucking rippies. But like, it's 2025. Women will easily not get any money for this and not get any retribution or like nothing like nothing will come of their lives to speak out the way that they're speaking out.
Right.
Except for knowing that he's not going to do it to another person, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the intentions are so good with women just wanting to stand up to make it so, like, hey, maybe other people will not be rippers. Oh, 3 people are watching now. Hi, 3 people on YouTube.
And just to keep things in the family, Diddy's kids are planning to attend the trial too. Because nothing says bring your kids to work day like facing federal charges.
His kids are too fucking young for. I mean, like,
Dude,
Justin and like the other boy are fine, but like the twins, they're like teenagers. Like, what are you doing?
Dude, these poor kids have a front row seat to what's basically a live action, like, surviving Diddy.
Yeah.
Dude, at this point, they
Awful.
should just get popcorn and charge admission.
It's friggin' the grandma. It's the grandma who's pushing them to go.
Go.
Go support your father.
Ugh,
I don't think she sounds like that.
that you don't know. But that's your high gloss, high drama update from TMVP News. I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, reminding you when the justice system meets the entertainment industry, everyone loses. But damn, it's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, and that's what we got for this week's show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, checking us out. Coming up in the B block, we're going to be talking all kinds of shit in space. What are you doing? What are you
Go
doing?
ahead. Keep talking.
You're going into the comments?
I was just making sure there weren't any.
No, there's no comments. All right.
All right.
We're going to be shitting in space. Some lady in Delco, she shit on the hood of a car. We're talking about shit in space.
Oh, absolutely not.
Later
See
on.
ya.
Well, not feces. Or just that's what we call the segment when we talk about space.
Yeah, I'm out
You know.
skis.
I know.
See you next week, A Block.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Not you guys. I love you guys, but not like her.
All right. Well, I'm going to play her off.
Right on. Oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on.
Wow, that was
Okay.
really fast. You
Sorry
hung
about
on.
that. I never gave Botana Organics their shout out.
Ooh.
And, we forgot to do it last week.
Would you buy something sushi from a gas station? No.
No.
You shouldn't buy your CBD from them either. Go to Botana Organics on Silverside Road.
36
your wellness.
side.
That's right. 3650 Silverside Road, 19810. No mystery ingredients, no sketchy labels, and absolutely no, we swear it's CBD vibes. Their products are organically grown, lab tested, and crafted with the cleanest ingredients. So check out our Botana Organics. And check them on the web, www.botanaorganics.com. We got to get better at that. Bye.
Your body deserves that.
Yeah. This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46-VOICE. That's 302-46-VOICE. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46-VOICE today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Ricky Rockdeff as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus Podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Maddie Rockdeff, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Litoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform.